In this video, you will learn how to perform mid-surfacing in SpaceClaim. Mid-surfacing takes solid parts and produces surface parts. This enables you to use shell elements instead of solid elements. Typically, there are far fewer nodes and elements for surface models than for solid models and solid elements. Thin solids are better solved as surface models. They solve more quickly and may be more accurate. To begin, I'll open a geometry. This geometry came from SolidWorks and consists of all solid parts. Many of the parts are normal solids, and some are beads representing welds. You can see the welds here as orange portions. Here is a beveled weld. We can ignore these welds for the most part, though they will be useful for guidance when I want to connect this geometry in a future session. We'll discard these welds for the time being by going to the structure tree and searching for a part named bead with a wildcard star. I'll select all and issue a delete to remove the welds. Now I will begin the mid-surfacing of the solid model. I want to mid-surface the model so that I can generate a shell mesh and perform an analysis using shells. First, I'll measure the thickness of one of the solid pieces of the model. I'll use this thickness as a reference when I do my mid-surfacing. I'll select the Measure tab, then zoom in to determine the thickness of the piece. I can see that the thickness is 0.0095 meters long. Now that I have this reference thickness, I'll select the Prepare tab and select Mid-Surface. There are two equally valid ways to generate mid-surfaces. 1. Picking surface pairs, and 2. Specifying a thickness range to automatically find surface parts. Using the range approach is more automatic when larger numbers of bodies are involved, so I'll use a range. I'll select a range relevant to the thickness of the piece I measured earlier. 0.002 for minimum thickness and 0.02 for maximum thickness. This should give me a good detection range. Next, I'll click and drag to select all of the parts of the model, and then I'll click to complete the mid-surfacing. Now I can see all of the mid-surfaces. Now the geometry is ready for further editing, shell meshing, and subsequent simulation. That concludes this demonstration of mid-surfacing in SpaceClaim.